Alrighty guys, True Combo here, and welcome to my official picks and bets for UFC Vegas 113, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. Now, this fight card does look like it's going to be pretty good. We're coming off two back-to-back pay-per-views. Now, it might seem a little weird that now we're back to the Apex, but it looks like they opened it up to the public, and seeing Zuffa boxing events, the crowd does seem a little more lively, so hopefully we'll get better energy now. And typically with these Apex fights, I do love betting on them. I feel like sometimes with these odds you could get some steals, and the same goes for the Dana White Contender Series, but that's not here yet. But other than that, we're just going to go over my streamlined picks and bets for this fight card. I had a little more time to think about my picks after my prediction video. We're just going to go over mainly just the main card. We'll touch on, I think, one preliminary fight, but that's going to be at the end of this video where I share a parlay that I'm going to tail. But other than that, let's get to it. Our first fight in the card is going to be Dustin Jacoby versus Julius Walker, and Dustin is one of my locks of the card. I genuinely think Dustin is just going to get this by KO. Julius Walker I don't think he's going to show up for this fight. It is a last minute fight for Julius. Dustin Jacoby, I think he's stepping up on short notice because I noticed Julius had a canceled bout. However, I feel like this is kind of a tall order for that, man. Especially kind of on short notice. I do feel like just Dustin Jacoby is more of a finisher, and I feel like the experience edge goes to him as well. And man, at odds at plus 165 for a finish, not a specific finish, just a finish in general, I feel like is pretty good. And also Dustin Jacoby at moneyline minus 190, you know, adding him to the parlay wouldn't hurt either. I genuinely think he is gonna knock out Julius Walker. Don't know how early, don't know how late, but it is gonna happen. So that is my take on this fight. Next fight, Gene Matsumoto versus Farid Basharat. I think Farid takes this by a decision. Now, the parlay I have on this specific fight is a same game parlay. Now, I use Hard Rock Bet. I don't know how if you can do this on other books. If you guys could let me know in the comments below, please. But Farid Basharat moneyline is a minus 275. Same game parlay means you can just you can parlay multiple props of one fight. So you can do a moneyline of a fight, and then you compare that with whether or not the fight ends by finish, and you can get better odds putting them together as opposed to just betting on one prop for a fight and just getting those odds, if that makes sense, guys. So I'm combining the money line and the fight to go over 2.5 rounds. Most of Farid Basharat's, I think I've misspelled his name here, sorry. Well, most of Farid Basharat's fights have ended by decision. So I do really think that this fight is going to go over 2.5. Even the odds have it at minus 425, which are crappy odds. I wouldn't just bet that by itself. If you pair it with the money line, which I think Farid Basharat is gonna win by decision, it gives you a minus 160 odds. So put that in a parlay, and I'm confident that that'll hit. So you'll get better odds with that. And yeah, I just think Farid is just gonna think Gene Matsumoto. I mean, he's okay. I mean, I think it is gonna be a pretty good fight, but I think this is just gonna be this card, because it also features the other Basharat bro. This card is just going to be a Basharat bro kind of showcase, and I think this fight is going to be one of those. And this is one of those fights that it's showcasing the better Basharat brother, and I think this guy is just going to make a name for himself, man. Especially like even if his brother wins or loses, if his brother wins, he's going to be like, yo, okay, my brother won, I got to continue that momentum. Or if his brother loses, it's like, yo, my brother lost, I gotta avenge him. So I feel like Farid is going to come out the breaks off this fight and really make it a point to not lose, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's gonna take this by decision. I don't really see a finish in the cards, and if it does happen, a finish, it would happen later. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Who do I have, guys? I got Mikhail by knockout. I think Marc-Andre, man, he's not doing too good right now. I think Mikhail, they just sent Mikhail. I mean, Mikhail is not great either. I believe McCall has 9 losses on his record. Mark Andre has 10. I believe he's like 20-10. McCall's like 17-9, something like that, maybe 20-9. But I don't know, man. I honestly feel like this is just more of a, well, I feel like this is gonna be a scrap, but I think McCall just has more, I want to say, accurate punches. Like, I feel like this guy's a bit kind of a sniper when it comes to straight shots, and he's a bit wild at times. I do really feel like if he lands it properly, he will knock out Marc Andre Barriault. But the odds are okay. I believe McCall is like a minus 400 something favorite, so I wouldn't go with the money line. I don't know if you can, maybe you can parlay it, but I would rather parlay McCall Oleksiejczuk by finish. Most of the time when he finishes people, it's gonna be in the first round. I don't know if, I think this fight will go over the first round, but I do think that within this fight, McCall will, like, the finish is live. So I just went with that, and I'm gonna add this one to my parlay, which I'll show at the end, like I mentioned. But yeah, McCall Oleksiejczuk is gonna be by knockout. That is my decision for this fight. Okay, next fight. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Jailton Almeida versus Rizvan Kuniev, the Rizzler himself. God, man. Oh, Jailton by decision. I hope Rizvan, aka the Rizzler, knocks him out. I'm hoping for that. But if he does, it better be over 1.5, because that's what I'm betting on this fight. I am betting the over 1.5 in this fight. I do feel like if Jailton wins, I don't want him to win, but I do feel like Rizvan, I feel like Jailton Almeida purely, he could be a light heavyweight, but he purely moved up to heavyweight because there's blobs. And Rizvan does have like a Sando kind of Sambo style. So the thing is, it really depends if Rizvan can defend Jailton's takedowns, but I don't know. If he can keep it standing and, you know, just leave it to striking, I do see Rizvan winning. But I just feel like Jailton, I'm not saying Rizvan doesn't have any takedown defense, but I'm just saying Jailton is so freaking strong, and just he's actually in shape in the heavyweight division. I feel like if you're actually in shape in the heavyweight division, you can like take down anybody, bro. Like, you don't even have to be that ripped, bro. Like, people in the within the top 10, like Tai Tuivasa, are not sprawling for takedowns. They're not sprawling for takedowns. Like, this guy sprawled with his feet forward. Like, it's the heavyweight division. That's why I'm just kind of stressed. Like, I really hate Jailton Almeida's fighting style, but I don't hate the guy. I just hate his fighting style, guys. Don't relax. So I'll say this: the fight is almost a pick'em. Not almost a pick'em, but, you know, basically it's minus 150 for Jailton, plus 120 for the Rizzler. Look, I'm gonna take Jailton by decision, and I think the more confident pick is over 1.5 rounds. I don't know if Rizvan can knock him out. It is heavyweight, so there's always gonna be an opportunity, but I see this being a Jailton blanket fest, bro. Oh, I'm not excited for this fight, but yeah, those are my thoughts on this fight. Enough of that. Next fight, we got Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. Now, who do I have in this fight? Who do I have? I got Kyoji Horiguchi by sub. Now, this is a bit of a risky prediction by me. I see it, man. I see it. Now, this is a late sub. I don't think he's gonna come out the gates and absolutely destroy Albazi to the point he just kind of, you know, gives him a submission. I think this is gonna be a tough fight for Horiguchi, but considering his last showing, man, I don't know, man, versus Tagiro Lumbekov, that was a good win, man. I really do feel like he's on such upward momentum, and he's such a legend of this division that he knows that his time is limited, and he like has to start his UFC title journey now. And he knows that, obviously, with his amazing post-fight interview in Qatar. I love that interview. I think I see him winning. If not by sub, of course by decision, but I do see him getting like a really like a third round, so like basically like a Ulombekov kind of finish here, kind of similar to that fight. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for Basharat. I'm gonna do a same game parlay where I'm gonna take him by money line, and then I'm gonna take the over 1.5. You can also take the -2.5 as well. Those are pretty good odds, you know. Still, those are like, I believe the over 2.5 is at -240, so you'll get even better odds if you pair it with the money line. But the over 1.5, I'm pretty confident in. I think this fight is gonna go over 1.5 rounds, and I don't see it going under. I mean, unless Kyoji I mean, I don't know. Unless freaking Amir Albazi come in like he comes in with like 90% of his body covered in staph. I don't see it really. I don't think it's gonna go under 1.5. But hey, I could be wrong. It is MMA. But nah, I think Kyoji Horiguchi is gonna get a late third round sub. I see it really happening that way. I think he's gonna beat Amir up. He's gonna get tired, and he's just gonna keep grappling until Amir just gives him the sub. Okay. So we're gonna go to the co-main of this card. Oh, psych! The main event! Oh my god. Apex events are so confusing sometimes. Alright, so the main event. We got Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. Who do I got in this fight? This fight is actually really hard to pick, even though I fucking hate Mario Bautista. But I'm going to take Vinicius Oliveira. I'm going to take him by decision. The betting prop that I'm looking at is over 3.5 rounds. I do see this fight going to at least the deep rounds. I do definitely see it going at least deep in the fourth. Vinicius does tend to kind of get tired a bit, but I don't know, man. I really do feel like he's now given the opportunity to have a good training camp. I feel like now he's gonna be ready. I really need to see how he comes in for the weight cut. The weight cut, or my bad, the weigh-ins haven't happened yet, so we'll see. Maybe, for all we know, maybe this will age like milk after those weigh-ins, and he'll look terrible because apparently it's coming out. He cuts like 30 kgs of weight when he freaking weighs in. I don't know. It's insane. It's kind of like the Davison Figueiredo of 135, but I do think, why do I say Vinicius Oliveira by decision? It's because I do think damage-wise, I do think Vinicius could edge Mario Bautista, man. I feel like Bautista just gets away. I mean, he does implement some striking. He does try to, I want to say implement damage as well, but a lot of his game is control. And I don't know. I really do think that Vinicius could out-damage Mario Bautista. And I don't think that Mario Bautista, I don't know, man. Is he ready for a dogfight? I want to see Mario Bautista in a dogfight. I want to make this guy fight, man. I hate Mario Bautista. His fighting style, not the person. But he's a cool guy. Don't kill me. But yeah, I just cannot stand. Like, I will feel repulsed if I pick Mario Bautista by decision, which I'm not saying won't happen, guys. I'm not saying it won't happen, but screw it. I'm going Vinicius Oliveira by decision because I feel like he can do the more damaging shots. Okay, I feel like over time he's gonna do the more damage, and these fights are based on damage, not who can hold you against the damn cage. All right. I don't know, man. Mario deserves to get slammed out after what he did to Jose Aldo. If he gets knocked out by Vinicius, good. I don't care. But if not, Vinicius by decision because of damage. And betting wise, like I said, over 3.5. A lot of these guys' fights go to decision, so over 3.5 is a safe pick in my opinion. Okay, parlay time. Potential parlay. So the one fight that I didn't mention here, that was the prelim fight, was a Daniel Doncheco by finish. I believe he's fighting Alex Morono. So those odds are okay, but in a parlay they're okay. It's fine, because I feel like that is Daniel Doncheco is also another lock on the card that I have, that I think he's just there to showcase and absolutely destroy Alex Morono, which I hate because I like Alex Morono. I like him, but yeah, I think he's just gonna be there for the showcase fights. But yeah, I would definitely parlay him by finish at -260. Then we're gonna take our Dustin Jacoby prop by finish. then add our Farid Basra SGP, plus the Mikhail Alexeychik finish, plus the over 1.5 of Jailton Almeida versus the Rizzler. Then we get the SGP of Kyoji Horiguchi's moneyline over, and the over 1.5. Odds are plus 2,207, and if you put in $10, you can win 230. So I think this parlay is pretty decent. This is a long parlay. I'm not saying you'll win guaranteed, but I'm gonna tail this. If y'all want to tail it, let me know. If y'all win, let me know in the comments. If y'all lose, shit on me in the comments. I don't care, guys. I'm just here to have fun, watch fights. We have them again. It's been 4 to 6 weeks without them, and that was hell. So thank you guys for watching. Happy betting. Good luck. Peace.